So I'm going to teach you a song. This is Royal by Goose. So I'm usually the guy tabbing the songs online for everybody. So I thought I would teach it. So here you go. So here's just the intro. I'm going to kind of do sections. So I'm just going to do the intro, do that main riff, and then we'll get into the next part. So beginning. Little flub, but I'm gonna keep going. So the beginning, right? It's D major, and then this G/B going to C major. So you might notice the timing. We're actually in 6 right now, so it's going 1, E, 1, 4, 5, 6. 5, 6. All right, cool. And then the next part, right? So this riff. So it's essentially like this D7 kind of riff, right? So I'm going to show the line like little steps at a time, right? So I'm on fret 10. So we're kind of thinking again like D major triad, flat 7 in the back, right? I talk theory sometimes when I show this stuff. So flat 7, 1, minor 3 to major 3. Right, and then the 6, right? If you kind of think like major pentatonic. Right, you got that flat 7, major 3. So right, slide back into that flat 3 to major 3. Right, and then we jump up. So I'm walking down. So again, this is like a pentatonic with a flat 7. So here's the D, 1, flat 7, 5. Again, that flat 3 to major 3, and the root so. So that second time, it's like the same thing. It's just like the rhythm is a little different. So. And then we hit this G/B, like power chord style, down to a G, and then and then it goes into the vocals, into the verse. All right, I'm going to move on to the next section. Okay, you're going to see me scroll. I'm looking at the music a little bit on my screen. Let's do it. All right, so here's the verse. I'm going to do that like isolated, and then I'll go into the chorus. So just strumming chords. So these are like letters that you know, but the way that Rick plays the chords is often like C shapes and things. So just be prepared for that. Right. So here's the verse. Right, so I'm going to talk it through. Right, so we got D major, C shaped, G, back to D, G, F sharp minor, I'm going to drop down, E minor, A, and then you're going to hold this for like an extra 2 beats, and you're going to go back to that D. Then you're going to walk up. This is like a bass line thing. So G sharp diminished, right? Fret 4, skip, fret 3, fret 4, fret 3. So A major, then A sharp diminished, then B minor. I'm going to walk down, A major, G, D/F sharp. Sorry, I'm still looking. E minor, A, and then D to D7. Right, notice again, C shaped, D to like a C7 shaped D7, right, I'm going to play through it one more time. Right, so here's D. Then split this. G, F sharp minor, E minor. Here you go. Let me go down to the chorus. Let's do it. All right, so it starts with a G. You saw me drop down to that G. So here it goes. Chorus. Okay, I'm going to play through it again. So chorus, let me talk through it. So it's G, going to D, right, full measure so far, A, full bar chord. Then we're going to go to D, but like A-shaped to D7 here, okay, and then G major, going to D, right, again, notice the mixture of like the D's, sometimes this way, sometimes the A-shaped. All right, next one, A, drop down D over F sharp, and then G. Okay, and I'm going to play through that one more time. All right, so come on. Sorry. A. Right, then you're back to the riff, okay? That all repeats, right? So the main riff, you go back to the verse, you do this chorus again, and then we're going to hit the bridge, right? So I'm going to move to the bridge. Sorry about the flubs. I don't edit, so this is kind of what you get, all right? Here you go. So the bridge, it starts with a D, drops down, C major, back to D, up to E minor, B minor, C major, E minor, A, then modulation to B, and now we're on to the next chorus. So it's on an A. We're going to play the chorus. It's the same set of like numbers, but we're up a whole step. Okay. All right. So here's the bridge one more time. So. So notice again, chorus, it's like the same thing, just up all steps. So let me talk that through. So it's A, going to E, going to B, going to E, to E7, dropping back to A, right, repeats to the E, okay, and then B, and we're going to do this E/G sharp to A. So before, like, it was D over F sharp, so that was like open position. You don't have to touch that open D, but if you think of that open D as like the shape, and then I scoot that forward, take the open string. Right, the other way that you might see this, if you're unfamiliar with the shape, is think of it like a D-shaped chord. First string and sixth string are tuned to the same thing, so if you take that note up to the sixth string, then you get a slash chord, right? If the root was here, and you take that note, now the root is here, right? So E over G sharp, and then that leads us back to the A, and then we're going to be doing that riff up a whole step also. Okay, so let me play through, again, the chorus up a whole step. So here's A, E, B, E, D7, repeat, A, E, G over G sharp, A, hold it, hold it, hold it, right? And then we're doing the riff, so. Sorry, again, flops. But you saw, again, it's the same riff, just a whole step higher. We were at fret 8, now we're at 10. Okay, so. Sorry. Right, exactly the same. Okay, and then let me move down a little bit. So then it's like the jam, and so the jam is kind of those intro chords, like we did this like, but again we've modulated. We're like up a whole step. We've transposed up a whole step. So I'm gonna play. So it's like A over C sharp to D. So if you got like power chord style. So it just kind of cycles through that. There's a couple spots where like it's an E at the bottom, so. Right, and then Rick is just like tearing into minor pentatonic kind of stuff. So if you have this like. You get the idea, right? So I think that is it. Let me see what else I want to talk about. Oh, so then the last little bit is you got to do then that melody. It's exactly the same, but now I'm an octave higher. So I just took this. So I'm kind of thinking like we're on like E7 right now. Right, I think that is it. Enjoy, have a good one.